the January 28th, 2020 regular scheduled Port Clinton City Council meeting in the Linda Hartlaub Council Chambers. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, Lord's Prayer, and a moment of silence for those serving our country.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
J.P. Lowe.
Here.
Pat Hovis. Here. Beth Gilman.
Present.
Roseanne Hickman.
Here.
Ryan Hill.
Here.
Margaret Phillips. Excused. Jerry Trolley.
Excused. Council, before you've received the December 23rd, 2019 and January 14th, 2020 meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion to approve the minutes by Mrs. Hickman and a second by Mrs. Hovis. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Motion carries 5-0. The chair notes that certification has been made regarding the compliance of the rules and notifications of this meeting. We have no guest presentation and no one signed up to speak. Oh, I'm sorry, January 14th, meeting minutes. We have no guest presentation, we have no public comments. We'll move to the executive officer's report. We changed up the agenda a little bit. I think we just lined up a little bit different, but it's basically the same thing. So now I have a portion to do a report. So for mine, I will ask now that the January 14th minutes have been approved, that the clerk will please file the rules of council and put them on the city website. Sorry, okay. That was at the 28th, wasn't it? Like
23rd is the last one.
Yeah.
January 14th is the second one.
Oh.
Madam President, I move to approve the January 14, 2020 meeting minutes.
I'll
Okay,
second.
Second. I have a motion to approve the January 14th by Mr. Velo and second by Mrs. Hickman. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Sorry, I thought I said both of those. Okay. With that being said, now that the January 14th meeting minutes have been approved, which includes the rules of council, if the clerk will please file the rules of council and post them on the city's Facebook or website, I would appreciate that. And then we have extra copies back if anyone would like a copy back in the back. Also, we have the appointment of the chairs and for the committees that we have Mr. Velo is finance, environment and public works is Mrs. Hickman, safety and services is Mrs. Phillips, economic and community development is Mr. Velo, arts and culture is Mrs. Gilman, and during committee reports they will be announcing who's on their committee and if they've picked a specific day or will be announcing meeting dates. Also, for public comment, we need to make sure that everyone signs in. The sign-in page will be at the podium and we would stand up to talk there. So you have 5 minutes to speak and can interject with council only. No comments from anyone from the galley unless you're called upon. Also, as Mrs. Hartlaub had started, if an ordinance needs passed because it's time sensitive or any sort of nature like that, I will announce at the beginning of the meeting, and that way if you have questions about it, you can sign up for that. I received an email from the mayor asking that council and a committee look into the cafe permit, and that it be assigned to a committee. I'm going to assign that to Mr. Velo and the Economic Community Development Committee. Where do you go?
Got it.
Thank you very much. And that's all. We will go on to the mayor's report.
Thank you, Madam President. Obviously, Mr. Trolley isn't here this evening. I want you all to know that he is enjoying his time in Jamaica, kind of. He landed today, and a few minutes later, there was a 7.7 earthquake. He's okay. He actually just landed, got to the hotel when this happened. I don't know, I haven't seen the news to see about any other issues, but he and his wife are doing fine down in Jamaica, where it's 84 degrees in the sun. He sent me a picture to prove it. Port Clinton has a very strong maritime history, and part of that is the Matthews Boat Company. Bob Reynolds is a family member of the Matthews Boat Company, and he'll be using this room on February 20th at 6:30 p.m. for an encore showing of a documentary he commissioned called Maiden Voyage of Overboard, which is a vessel produced at the Matthews Boat plant. It's open to the public. Anyone's welcome to attend. Again, that will be at 6:30 p.m. on February 20th, right here in this room. The Ottawa County Improvement Corporation is going to have their 2020 Business and Industry Awards on Wednesday, March 4th. That'll take place out at Camp Perry with happy hour beginning at 5:30. I'm going to be out of town at that point. If any members of council wish to attend in my stead, I'll be happy to cover the cost of entry to that. Again, that's Wednesday, March 4th at 5:30 out at Camp Perry. On February 29th, I will also be attending the Camp Perry Steering Committee meeting. This is an amazing group of people affiliated with Camp Perry. They plan the activities, not only with the National Rifle matches, but all the other activities that take place at Camp Perry. One of the things I learned as the president of the city of Port Clinton, I sat on the executive board of that group. It was kind of amazing the first time I attended. You all know how I normally dress. I was in the room with about 50 people. 45 of them were in camouflage, and most of them had brass on their collars. Lots of VIPs. I got a letter today announcing this meeting from a 2-star general. So it's a great thing that we have Camp Perry in our community, and it's great to be able to serve on that to make sure that continues to be a viable part of our greater Port Clinton area. I would like to thank all the council members and the new members that were recently placed in positions in the administration for taking the time to meet with me. I met with all of you, some at crazy hours and some on weekends, but it was a good time to recap all of the activities and plans that are currently in the process going through the city. One of those things, just to give you an update, on the 25th, last Saturday, we had a public meeting, and several in this room attended that, with the focus of attitude of the citizens. If you recall, when I first considered running for this position, I polled a group of citizens, 2 groups of people actually, and the top 5 categories have been my focus. Number 5 on that list was the attitude of the citizens. The hope is that the information gained there can be used to begin the process of creating a master plan for the city. As I get that information compiled, I'll present it to you, and at some point in the future, I would like to ask council for authorization to move forward in beginning the multi-year process of getting a master plan together for the city. Another key component of Port Clinton and Port Clinton's future, we've been talking about it since literally the second day in my administration, is the infrastructure project. We've been talking about this for 9 months now, and we've taken this enormous project, broken it down into 2 smaller components. Plan A, which is everything above ground, the roads, and Plan B, below ground, the water lines, sewer lines, and the accompanying roads that are impacted by that. Well, it's time to take the next step and moving forward with Plan B portion. Plan A will come a little bit later as we get closer to the primary, in anticipation of putting Plan B effects on the November ballot. But with Plan B moving forward, I would like to ask council to strongly consider giving the Safety Service Director the authority to seek out, identify, and contract with an engineering firm to create the plans, the detailed plans needed for you all to make a decision to move forward. And at some point in the very near future, I'll also be coming back to you to ask for the financial obligation from the city to move forward with those plans. With that, I thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Mayor. Auditor's report?
Thank you, Madam President. Real briefly, I wanted to announce that I passed out the month-end reports, or distributed the month-end report for December 2019. So if you have any questions or you have received those, please let me know. Additionally, I wanted to let you know that as of Monday, the state auditing firm that has been hired to do our fiscal audit, that process has started as well. So I will keep council abreast of that and make the letters progress.
Thank you, Mr. Hackett. Treasurer's report?
Madam Chairman, we have some money in. Mainly it was some people who rented properties in December, but to date we have $2,949.46.
Thank you. All directors report?
Thank you, Madam President. We do have a matter to discuss, and it's the subject of imminent court action, and I would just request council to go into executive session at the end of this meeting, please. Nothing further. For the purpose to talk about the imminent court action.
Supervisor report. This evening we have the Safety Service Director, Mr. Colston.
Thank you, Madam President. We are conducting interviews tomorrow for the semi-skilled position at the city. There will be a second round of interviews, so I anticipate, talk to Mr. Hatfield, probably that position will start around February 18th. We'll make a decision later this week and give them, obviously, 2 weeks notice for their employer if they choose to take it. We met with the Lighthouse. Mrs. Sardi was with me. The jet ski and Lighthouse are going to have an event this summer in August up there at the Lighthouse event, and they're going to correspondingly be with them. I think it'll be a really nice event. I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow, Thursday, I guess I'm going to the new sports arena, I guess I'll call it, over in Sandusky, Huron area. That's our open house, but that sports council that I've been on, we're all meeting for that. So I think that'll be a very nice thing to walk through this whole thing. They've already had basketball games there and everything else. Open gym, open swing. Swim's been going pretty well, 12 to 3. Remember, $3 a student and $7 a family, or $3 a person, $7 a family. We've probably ranged about 30 people at each one of them with the swimming and the basketball. So usually it continues to grow and grow. The activity guidebooks are started to be printed. They should be in within the next couple of weeks, and we'll get those out to you guys and the schools and everything else. That's it. Thank you, Madam President.
Mr. Colston.
Yep.
The Cedar Point Sports Center, what's the opportunity, what's the objective?
I think this is more of a show and tell, Mr. Belo. Basically what we've been doing is we go to these events in various, from Kalahari to the Sandusky City, Huron, all Vermilion, all these people get together, talk about the events that are out there. The Visitors Bureau started this format, and they'll bring in, he goes to all these shows and brings all these events, and we can look and see if it's something we want to get involved with. And that's how the jet ski thing started. They were looking for a place to go. We said, hey, how about coming this way? And then that's when we talked. Mrs. Hickman and Mrs. Sardi got together. I think tomorrow we'll do that part of the program, and then it's more of a dog and pony to show their confidence off. You know, the big thing that we've talked about and we'd love to try to coordinate is like senior Olympic games, using some stuff over here, whatever that sport may be, maybe our track, because we have a nice track. They would use bowling alley or whatever the events are going to be for this, where all the municipalities can come together and bring people to the area and region to do that.
Thank you.
I was just going to say, big kind of touch on it. It's a collaborative effort that's been started by the Lake Erie Shores and Islands Welcome Center to bring all the sports tourism resources that are offered in the Erie, Ottawa counties together under one roof. They have regular meetings to plan things, like Mr. Colston has described.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Colston, I believe myself and Mrs. Hickman are going on Thursday,
Great.
so we'll get you there. And if anyone else would like to go, you're more than welcome. Thank you. Chief Hickman?
Nothing tonight, Madam President. Thank you.
Thank you. Committee reports. We'll start with Mr. Beal on Finance.
Thank you, Madam President. Finance Committee for now will be me and Mr. Chiroli. I believe most of the other members of the council have full plates, so to speak, with other committee assignments, but if anyone is interested and has bandwidth, please see me. I'm happy to head through. I'll jump to Economic and Community Development. That'll be me, as chair, Mrs. Hovis, and Mrs. Hickman will be carried over from the Planning Development Committee. And we'll announce meetings as they're necessary, as opposed to the rigid schedule.
Thank you, Mr. Beal.
Thank you.
Environment and Public Works, Mrs. Hickman.
That committee will consist of Mr. Hill and Mr. Chiroli and myself. I was drawing a blank on your name, Mr. Hill. I apologize. I had to look at you. I know, right?
Maybe put your ID on.
Thank you. Now I'll have 2 focal points. Thank you. We have not established our meetings. When Mr. Chiroli gets back from his airport tour, we'll discuss that and decide on a good meeting time for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Arts and Culture, Mrs. Gilman.
Thank you, Madam President. Pat Hovis and Roseanne Hickman will be on my committee, and we have our first meeting set for February 25th at 6:30 p.m.
And then Mrs. Phillips could not be here this evening, so she asked me to announce safety services. The members will be herself, Mrs. Gilman, and Mrs. Hovis, and the meetings will be held the second Tuesday of the month at 6:30 p.m. And if the clerk could please post those. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And next we move on to correspondence. Before you, council, you have the Ohio Municipal League newly elected council training and Mr. Hatfield's month-end reports for December 2019. Do I have a motion to approve correspondence as stated?
So moved.
A second.
I'll second.
We have a motion to approve the minutes by Mr. Belo, a second by Mrs. Hickman. Any discussions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Same opposed? Same opposed, same sign? Motion carries 5-0. As we have no third, second, or first readings, we will go to business from the floor. Mr. Beal, would you like to start?
Madam President, going back to the infrastructure project, the administration made a request that we make a few motions related to that, just to continue moving the ball forward, specifically to seek out engineering firms to design the project. So I'll make the 2 motions, hopefully there'll be a second, and Mr. Snyder, Mr. Hatfield, and Mr. Paulson will speak to it. So I move to authorize the Safety Service Director and the Auditor to proceed with the water, sanitary, and storm infrastructure project, to include resurfacing the roads that will be needed to be repaired as part of the project.
Do I have a second?
I will second.
So I have a motion on the floor to authorize the Safety Service Director and the Auditor to proceed with the water, sanitary, and storm infrastructure project to include resurfacing the road part of the project. Discussion? I'm sorry, motion by
Snyder,
Mr.
this is
Bealow
the-
and second
this is
by
what-
Mrs. Hickman.
This is what you're calling the Plan B?
The Plan B
Correct.
portion, correct. And what this will allow Safety Service Director Colston to do is conduct an RFQ for qualified engineering firms, select one through a panel evaluation, and then select and go into contract with one of those to prepare the plans, the guts.
I think that pertains to the second motion, I understand, but, okay. So there'd still be ordinances coming back to council
Seven.
review and all that,
Seven.
public meetings and input and such, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Questions from council? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Pat Hovis,
Yes.
Beth Gilman,
Yes.
Roseanne Hickman,
Yes.
Bealow.
Yes.
Brian Hill, please.
Yes.
Yeah, you can agree.
Mark Phillips. Jerry Ciroli.
Absent. Motion carries 5-0. Anything further?
Madam President,
Yes.
I move to authorize the safety service director to seek out engineering firms to design the project.
Do I have a second?
A second.
Mrs. Hickman. We have a motion on the floor to authorize the safety service director to seek out engineer firms to design the project by Mr. Bealow, second by Mrs. Hickman. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Brian Hill.
Yes.
Roseanne Hickman.
Yes.
Beth Gilman.
Yes.
Pat Hovis.
Yes.
Dave Bealow.
Yes.
Margaret Phillips.
Excused.
Jerry Ciroli, excused.
Motion carries 5-0.
Madam President,
Yes, Mr. Bealow?
I move to go into executive session to discuss matters which are subject to pending or imminent court action against the city.
I will second, Madam President.
Okay. We have a motion to go into executive session at 7:52 by Mr. Bealow, second by Mrs. Hickman. Any further discussion? Clerk, will please call the roll.
Pat Hovis.
Yes.
Beth Gilman.
Yes.
Roseanne Hickman.
Yes.
Brian Hill.
Yes.
Dave Bealow.
Yes.
Margaret Phillips, excused. Jerry Ciroli, excused.
Okay, everyone, we will go into executive session. We'll do, we're, with the new setup for executive session, we will be going into the conference room, and everyone can stay here.
If you're looking for topics to talk about, under your seat.
So this is not the same as I used to be at, right?
What's
They
that?
moved this was in a different room previously.
This was all here. They used to go to the conference room, but since Eric and everybody moved over there, they made that the council room.
Oh,
That way, we don't have to get up, they do.
gotcha. Okay. How've you been?
Good.
Ms. Squeeze right around you, sir.
How about you?
No, I do now. I do now.
Little Beehive says hi.
Madam
Yeah,
President,
it's a,
Yes, Mr. Bealow?
I move the council return from executive session to regular session.
I will second.
Thank you, Mrs. Hickman. We have a motion to leave executive session at 8:25 to return to regular council meeting by Mr. Bealow, second by Mrs. Hickman. Any discussion? Would please call the roll.
Dave Bealow.
Yes.
Pat Hovis.
Yes.
Beth Gilman.
Yes.
Roseanne Hickman.
Yes.
Brian Hill.
Yes.
Margaret Phillips.
Absent, excused.
Jerry Ciroli, excused.
Motion carries 5-0. Any other business from the floor? This one? Any announcements, Mr. Bealow?
Mr. Mayor, can you tell us how many applications you've received for the safety service director's position, which closes this week?
approximately 25. I've not reviewed any of them. I've asked the administrative assistant to keep it a secret. We do have plans to get those to the 6-member panel this weekend, and we have a tentative meeting scheduled for next Tuesday. Oh, yeah, you're not on. Wait. Sorry.
I didn't see it on the calendar.
Okay. Next Tuesday to evaluate those and move forward from there.
I think I like that it's a large number, there's a lot of interest. I would think if there's somebody of exceptional quality that would be a long-term asset for the city, I'd be happy to talk to Mr. Hatfield about possibly raising the cap on the salary for the position. What is the current cap?
84. 84. 53 to 84.
It would make sense if there's somebody that would be incredible in that position. That might be something we could consider. Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. Good luck.
Mr. Howard, anything?
Nothing for me, thank you.
Mrs. Gilman?
Nothing tonight, Madam President.
Ms. Hinton?
Nothing tonight, Madam President, thank you.
Ms. Owens? Nothing tonight, Madam President. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
I will second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.